Bonjour and welcome to We Are Eurovision Reaction and Reviews. So today, Belgium! The Belgian song was released, well, about a day or two before the music video, and then the music video came out, so that's why I'm filming it here. And so, Blanche, the Belgian singer, is the entry this year. And she's supposedly the youngest competitor so far, and at this point, I think she is the youngest competitor of the competition. Let's see what the average 16-year-old's musical composition is like in 2017. That is a funky drum. Okay, so it's very, I'd say, Lana Del Rey, which is possibly very good because Lana Del Rey's new single just dropped. Oh shoot, I am in love with the way this music video looks. I feel like it's gonna be... I'm gonna give a slightly biased score on this one because I feel like this is the kind of thing that I would listen to, and it is hitting that pretty consistently actually. That was the Belgian song, and to be very honest, I loved it from... look, sure, it may be monotonal. It's... By some definitions, you could count this as the 6th ballad out of 9 songs in that first half of the semi-final. But at the same point in time, I do think that this one actually has this certain feeling about it that kind of stands out. And what do I mean by that? I think that this is actually fairly decent. Now, I do want to say that I know that it could have been seen as, you know, just your average monotonous ballad, but I do feel like there may be something a little bit special here, at least in terms of my point of view. But then again, who knows? That being said, this side of Belgium, the French-speaking or the French-influenced side of Belgium, has had some pretty good tracks going for slightly off-kilter songs. I'm going to try to tear this one apart and see what I feel about it once I do that. You don't necessarily watch these reviews to watch me bopping along to the song, but I could genuinely listen to this, to be very honest. The thing is, I really think that there are elements that in this song's backing track itself, you're never entirely listening to the same song every repetition of this. Can I just say, I would likely be willing to call this song the best music video of the year, just based entirely on concept, filmography. I feel like, even though I would have a few days ago said this about the Netherlands, or a month ago said this about France, I feel like this is the most cohesive one. I hope that some of my indie friends catch on to this song, because I would really love to hear this song, like, I don't know, indie parties at like 11 PM, you know, just the kind of song that, like, it's not in your face, but it's just so pleasant to listen to. This music video, I would love to see this in random places. I would love to hear this song in, like, car commercials. This song has a mood, and that mood isn't going to click with some people. Let's get into this review. In my opinion, this has a cool visual concept. It's clever, even. When you're watching that music video, if you watch it for yourself, that is, please tell me that you do not watch the music video and you're like, oh wow, that is extremely pretty, or oh wow, I want to watch what happens to the lights. And I do love the fact that towards the end of the song, the lights start shrinking again, even though the song is at its climax, right? The song gets to its climax, and then once the last lines start to happen, the light just kind of disappears again. And what can I say? Belgium, you know what to do. You're going to perform this live. Get a city backdrop. Use the stage lights. Don't use them all at once. Start low. And then, as the backdrop gets more and more light, right? Then, go onwards. Be like, okay, so let's start with just a single spotlight on her, and then when the drums kick in, more lights start, and just go crazy with the lighting. I want a visual spectacular lighting number, Belgium. You've given the perfect opportunity for that kind of number. I feel like this song is an ever-evolving song that just keeps on changing very slightly, but it's enough to not make you bored with the song. And whether or not this is your kind of song or not, feel free to think about how this song builds in terms of what you remember of it. Do you remember it? Some people are going to call this one monotonous. But, you know what? I don't think so. I think there are enough clever, minor changes to keep people listening for the 3 minutes. These vocals can go on up higher and down lower, and you know what? I think that's cool because Blanche, it means that she's not always restricted to having to sing in the same kind of couple of notes. Like, the bridge there, she goes up, I think it's about an octave higher than the rest of the song, and it works. Now, if she wants to do this differently live, because, you know what, artists can do it differently live. This music video and song allow for a certain kind of mood. I will come back to this point, but I do adore this song for the mood that it creates. And my final advantage, my strong point, is those drum beats. I feel like every drum beat that I heard was slightly different in the fact that it wasn't all just one way of doing drums. There were definitely kind of points where I was like, okay, that's a cool drum beat. And then I would think, oh, that's changed, and that's still a cool drum beat. The changes don't knock this one out of, a quality ballpark or something. They're still really good. Now, Belgium, this song could get knocked over by the running order. Why do I say that? This is the 6th slower song in the first half of that semi-final, and we've had 6 songs. Oh, dear God, this is going to be tough to sit through at 5:30 in the morning, but I'll do it because I am hardcore Eurovision trash. This song is vaguely lyrically repetitive. What do I mean by that? I feel like the All Alone in the Danger Zone, that's going to get stuck in your head, but you hear that so many times throughout This was about 2 minutes 50. You hear that so many times through that song that you're kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. All Alone in the Danger Zone. Yep. Anything new? No? Okay. And the thing that I really want to stress here, this is not for everybody. This is the kind of song where I feel like you could get some people who will absolutely love it, and then you'll get some people who absolutely are like, meh, and then you'll get some people who are absolutely like, this is shit, and you won't get much in between. If you have an opinion on this song, please feel free to tweet it to @WeAreEurovision or leave it down in the comments below. So, what score did I give Belgium? For my first listen, I gave it a 10 out of 10. For my second listen, a 10 out of 10. A third listen, a 10 out of 10. Why did I give it a 10 out of 10? Because this song is right down my alley. Now, for some people, it's not. I'm aware that that means that some people are going to heavily disagree with my 10 out of 10. Some people are going to heavily agree with my 10 out of 10. And some people are just going to be like, you know what? I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10, but I can see this having an audience. So, Blanche, good luck, and I hope you bring something extremely visually cool to Eurovision, and do pobacenia.